Two.
Ain't no chatting, no liking, just action. All my just front like they tapping. You already know. Popping. Ain't no stopping me now, steady rocking. Watch them hate on me now, cause I'm locked in. Watch the hate on me now, cause I'm popping. I ain't stopping.
And the New York Giants are the Super Bowl champs.
It's your boy Big Lou back with another one for the 2025 season, man. Ready to crank this mock draft season up just as the combine and the underwear Olympics and the draft is about to come to a head, man. I think there's no better time than to dive right into the draft now. Everybody is all up in arms about who we're going to get. Should we get Shador? Should we get Cam? Should we trade? Should we get a stopgap quarterback? Is Matthew Stafford worth a contract? All of these questions, all of these rumors and concerns. And for Giants fans, it's a hot button topic, okay? People are talking about it. People are in the spaces. People are arguing. People are having disagreements, cursing each other out, going bonkers. And, you know, at the end of the day, we really have no say, right? All we can do is speculate and hope that these guys get it right. It's been quite a while of losing. It's been quite depressing, quite disheartening to watch, and overall just not good, right? You got people flying planes over the stadium with banners. You got people selling their tickets to the opposite team. People not showing up, people making all sorts of hate videos. You know, it's crazy, right? The New York Giant fan base, the state of the NFL itself with all the crazy rules and you know, the questionable calls with the refs being caught in casinos. And, you know, it's just a lot going on, right? But for us who are true fans of the game, true students of the game, guys who watch film, guys who listen to every podcast and read every article and keep up with every tweet and every report about sports, us sports junkies. You know, these are the conversations that carry us through the off season. These are the things that keep people intrigued, these rumors, these trade rumors, and all of these things going on. So I wanted to do a little something different. Normally, I put out a couple mock drafts as we start approaching this time. But I wanted to give the viewers, you guys, the voice. I wanted to give you guys the option to draft the players. So I'm going to wait for a few of my guys to come in. You know, as always, it's a team effort. Have a whole network of guys who are sports junkies like myself, who love sports, who are willing to talk sports almost any point in time of the day. Hopefully, Coach Ed will tap in, Mac the Giants fan, Miz in the midday, Alex from the Big Blue in the Bronx, maybe Zion Zenith from over in the West Coast, perhaps Big Dash. I sent him the link. We'll see. Hopefully, some of these guys can stop in and you know, give us their take, perhaps who they think we should draft. But again, as I said, I want the viewers to comment. So once we get on the clock, we will do it like a regular draft. I will let you guys have a certain amount of time to type in who we should draft where, and then we'll count those votes up and see, and we will let the viewers choose the draft pick. Something different, you know. A lot of people like to just do it themselves, but I want to give you guys the floor. I want to give you guys the opportunity to tell me your thoughts. Let me know how you think we should do this. So, and who knows? We might be able to fix this team in one draft. Who knows? Right? I'm going to go grab my headphones. Let me share the screen here. Let's make that a little bigger. Alex, what's going on, brother? I sent you the link. Waiting for a few more guys to chime in. I would love for you to join in on this one with me. I'm actually gonna let the viewers decide. I do need a hand because I want to give, from the time that we're on the clock, I want to give the viewers 2 to 3 minutes to type who they think we should draft in. We'll tally up those picks, and then we will let the viewers decide who we are drafting in the 2025 NFL draft. I could definitely use a hand with that, and would greatly appreciate it if you would tap the link and join me. Give me 1 second to go grab my headphones. I left them in the living room. Miz also is supposed to be tapping in. Don't know if Zion is going to be able to make it or not, but let's see. All right. There's a lot of pop-ups on there. Why is there so many pop-ups? All right. But yeah, guys, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section, right? Feel free to chime in. We're going to let the viewers decide completely who we draft, okay? You guys will decide if we trade back, if we trade up, what we're going to do, period, as a team. We'll let you guys put your ideas in the comment section of who. We will put a time limit, and then we will count up those picks, and whoever has the most is who we will end up picking. So, Miz, where you at, buddy? Coach, where you at? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and all right. So as you can see, right now, we stand to pick third overall. At number 1, they have Cameron Ward from the U, Miami. Penn State's edge rusher Abdul Carter is number 2. Cornerback, Colorado, Travis Hunter. Number 4 is the quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, Colorado. Number 5, Mason Graham, defensive lineman out of Michigan. Number 6, offensive tackle, LSU, Will Campbell. Number 7, wide receiver, Arizona, McMillan. Number 8, Will Johnson, cornerback out of Michigan. Number 9, Ashton Jeanty out of Boise State, running back. And number 10, Mikael Williams, edge rusher out of Georgia. So I want you guys now have 4 minutes to tell me if we're trading back or if we're picking at 3. If we are picking at 3, type in who you would like us to draft at number 3 overall. Okay, you now have 4 minutes. It is 10:42. At 10:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will make our first pick here for the New York Football Giants. Okay, 10:46. We will be putting the pick in. So let me know. Who would you guys like us to pick? Would you like us to trade back? Would you like us to trade up? Would you like us to pick at number 3? And if so, out of those options, who would you like us to utilize said pick on? Okay. 3 minutes. All right. Let's see. 3 minutes. Let us know who we're drafting and where. I want the viewers to decide who we're drafting. Something different. I normally do all the mock drafts myself, or sometimes we'll have a panel of guys on and we'll all give our input as to who we should pick. But I want to give the viewers the option to pick. What's going on, Alex?
Yeah, what's up, man? How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. You know, I don't have no pictures on my phone. The pictures we took that night are on my lady's phone, so I'm gonna have to go in there.
Gotcha.
I was looking at that video of Luka on the dance floor, 2 sheets in the wind.
Yeah, that was nuts. I threw the, not that I threw it, but like I told Miz you were going live, so I don't know if he's gonna pop in or whatnot.
Yeah, I spoke to him about it on the phone yesterday.
Okay, all right.
He was playing a soccer game or refereeing a soccer game. He said he was going to come on as soon as he got done. So
yeah,
I don't remember if he was reffing or if he was actually playing.
I believe he was playing because I was texting with him not too long ago when I told him you were live. He said that the team won, so at least he's in good.
What's that mean? What's that mean? He's going to go out and get drunk?
I don't. Miz, I don't think Miz is the guy to typically get drunk.
I don't think so neither. But let's see where Mizzaroni and Cheese is. Guys, I want you guys to make your picks known in the comment section. All right. Well, one of these guys to chime in and tap in and type who you would like us to draft at number 3 overall. You have 2 minutes left before we submit a pick. I would like to let the chat decide. This is a viewer's choice draft. So 2 more minutes and we will make the pick ourselves if you guys do not type who you would like us to draft.
And this is just
What are
Giants
your thoughts?
or the NFL?
You think I got that kind of time to do the entire NFL?
Well, not the whole 260 something picks.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to show the other picks, but we're focused primarily on
the Giants,
the New York Football Giants, obviously. But what would you like to see while we wait for people with arthritis to type their pick? Who would you like to see out of that selection right there that is on the screen currently? We have Cam Ward, Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders, Mason Graham, Will Campbell, McMillan, Johnson, Genty, Williams are the top 10 guys. We're sitting there at number 3. What would you like to see happen?
Yeah, I'm looking at the top 2 quarterbacks. This is Cam
Subi
Ward.
Guru. You got to pick one. We're letting the viewers pick. You guys are going to decide who we draft. So you can't give me 2. You got to give me 1, Subi.
Please, I'm gonna do my best to lobby him. I'll say, even though I don't think Cam's gonna be there by the time we pick at 3. Okay, so he says Cam, so that would have been my pick, obviously, but we're letting the viewers. So I have a feeling that we're drafting Travis Hunter, but obviously, we'll see what happens when the pick comes up.
You think we're getting Hunter?
No. I'm talking in this scenario because he wants.
Oh.
Hunter. No.
Who the hell is throwing him the ball? I'm like, who's throwing him the ball? For Pete's sake. Jesus Christ. And he's coming in as a cornerback. He's not even coming as a wide receiver.
That's exactly my point.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no. I'm not on that I'm not on that train.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Because then that means what? We're going to get Matthew Stafford, who's almost 38 when everybody was complaining that Eli was washed at 37. Now you want to turn around and go get a 38-year-old Matthew Stafford. Like I don't understand the philosophy.
I just don't think there's any logic there. Like just
unless you're drafting one of these young guys and you want a veteran to be a mentor, that is the only way I'd see it. And even still, he doesn't have a track record of doing that. I'd actually be better off with Jameis Winston being a mentor to a rookie.
And he's cheaper. Like you got Jameis Winston.
And he's got a way better attitude.
Yeah. Justin Fields, Jameis Winston, those type of guys, they're cheaper. We're not in a position to pay a quarterback $50 million. Let him go to the Raiders. Let him go to the Raiders. Us trade up to 1 or stick at 3 and get a quarterback. Kicking this fucking can down the road. Excuse my language because I know you're monetized. Kick a can down the road, a lot. Let's stop doing that. Let's stop kicking the can down the road and take our quarterback this year.
Well, that's how I feel about hiring these first-time head coaches. We've been doing that for a while and hasn't produced nothing, and we keep doing it. I don't.
Yeah.
See a high success rate in that at all, but I digress. Well. All right, so it looks like we're going with Cam Ward.
Pray that he's there.
We only got 2 votes, but let's get it started. All right.
Okay, and Bob Bowe says Sanders. So, what are we thinking?
We got 1 trade offer with Miami to move back 10 spots. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks.
I'm gonna say personally, I'm gonna say no because I don't think that's realistic, and B, like there's a very short amount of first round grades. So you got
Cam Ward is gone.
Yeah, so you got Subi who says Cam Ward, you got Bob Bowe who says Sanders.
And Cam Ward is gone.
Yep.
So we're picking 3rd overall.
So essentially,
you have Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders, Mason Graham, are the top picks that are there.
And Mets just popped
You know
into
what?
the chat, so maybe he'll break the tie. Or maybe he won't.
Like Super Dude, where are you? Good one, Mets. You got to type who you would like us to draft out of the players that are left on the board here, Mr. Snarfington. So we have Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders, Mason Graham, Will Campbell, McMillan. Who should we draft, Snarf?
He says Shador.
All right. Well, it looks like the Giants are rocking with Shador Sanders.
Yep. So that was 2 votes for Shador and 1 for Travis Hunter.
All right, we got Shador Sanders. And we got an A for that. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's not going to be an A+, but who cares?
All right. So, for all the naysayers and all the doubters and all the people with allegations against the organization, they should be pleased to see that the Giants drafted a melanated quarterback in the first round. Woohoo! Okay, now I digress. Subiguru says Hunter. No one, Sherry. Ward's not going to make it to 3. I agree. I don't think Ward will be there. Subiguru says Shador. All right, so everybody seems to be pleased with the Shador Sanders pick. All right, so.
What's up, ref?
At 34. Now, what do we need here, guys?
Well,
defensive lineman.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's that. Also, I mean, it sucks because if you look at I know that like you shouldn't draft sometimes you draft for need,
based on need.
Yeah. But like if you go to there's two very friggin' good offensive linemen there. Zabel plays all 5 positions, and Connerly plays left. I think he played left tackle, I want to say, at Oregon.
Oh, we're letting the chat decide. We can always do another draft tomorrow, me and you.
No, I'm just doing my 2 cents. They choose. I'm just giving the chats.
Well, who would you pick out of those guys? Since you brought it up, who would be your pick if that actually happened and you had between those guys to choose? Who would you think fits the Giants best and would make a better impact immediately?
Yeah, looks like I'm getting Metz agrees with me, but Subi and Bob are saying defensive tackle. It's tough because like Connerly has the better upside, but Zabel plays all 5 friggin' positions. Oh, Jesus.
But do you want a jack of all trades, master of none, or do you want a guy who's elite at a position?
Connerly, realistically, if we're NFL GMs for 30 seconds, Connerly would be the pick in a sense. And again, we're not picking, the chat's picking, and I'm just giving up my 2 cents again. If a player like that falls to the second round, it's you taking him. Now, obviously, what could happen is, right, it does in case, and again, I'm influencing the chat here, they want to take my influence or they want to say DT, whatever, it's the chat. Illuminor could switch over to right guard because remember, he played some guard, I think, with the Patriots. He played some guard with the Raiders. And what was I going to say? He was playing guard next to Andrew Thomas in minicamp before Azudu got hurt. Not Azudu, Neil got hurt, or Neil was rehabbing. So, it's not out of the cards, but I will let the chat. Who's on D-tackle?
All right, they're saying D-tackle. Subiguru, D-tackle. Bob Bo, D-tackle. Snarf says we need a tackle. This
Yeah.
draft, defensive tackles are better than O-line. Go at one as opposed to a Niman specialist. Take Connolly.
I want to see what Iman has to
And
say.
no more Belichick tree.
Yeah, no.
E-Man Perry, what's going on, brother? Just
Let
got
us
back
know
from
who you wanna-
soccer.
Yeah, let us know who you want to take. DT, like the chat is saying, or you want to take one of these offensive linemen.
If you are pulling trigger O-line, then take the lineman from North Dakota State.
So right now it's 2-1.
Miz says, I want 2 DTs. Pause. Oh, God.
2 DTs now.
2-1 on defensive tackle. Is that the vote?
Right now it looks to be because Bob said that, Subi said that, and Schnarf
Let's
was
look at
saying OT.
Let's look at defensive tackle.
Let me see something. Do some research.
Excuse me. Let's see here.
I did some little research on. Okay, so we got a tie now. Iman says offensive tackle, along with Mets.
So 2-2, huh?
Yep. Somebody in the chat's got to break that tie. Is it OT or is it DT? I love the trenches feeling here. We're gonna get back.
Yeah, we definitely listen. The game is won in the trenches, man. And people are starting to wake up to the fact that you can't do nothing on either side of the ball without your trenches. Your line has to be effective on both sides of the ball. So
Yeah, I mean, to kind of Bob's point, it's not as deep of an OT or O-line draft as it is DT, because you could still get like some good DTs later. And obviously, again, the chat will decide and we'll break that tie. But like Zabel and what's his face? Zabel and Connerly, I mean, they're probably the only starting tackles that are left. And again, it's not a luxury pick because you slide Illuminor to guard and you pick, and I know Illuminor is better as a tackle, but you put Connerly at right tackle, and then you got your bookends. And Illuminor is only one more year, so you could still draft an O lineman later or do something. So is that a change of a vote?
if that guy from North Dakota State is there at 34, go with him. What is he ranked at, though, the guy from 34? Because I'm not going to reach for a guy.
I mean, he's only like, what's the OT and OG? Interior O line.
Interior offensive line.
Yeah, so he's the top guard.
Zabel. That's North Dakota State. That's the guy you was talking about that plays all 5.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, and then OT.
OT is Connerly, who is ranked 29.
Start, but like, I would I'd pick Zabel if he's changing his vote, and he's gonna say, because Zabel's projected to go like late first, because there's a need there, and he plays all 5, as I said.
So you would take Zabel over Connerly?
I would because the chat's feeling that way. I would compromise. And if John Michael Schmitz does not work out, you just slide him over to center.
He's only been here 2 years.
Right, but he had a decent year last year. First, you got to have a backup plan. Always got to have a backup plan. And it can't be.
I get that, but I mean, the way people are talking about him is like he's Evan Neal, like he's been here 4 years and has done nothing.
No.
All right, guys. So what are we doing at 2 in the chat? Let me know. Give me a name.
Yeah,
For the 34th pick overall, give me a name.
Yeah, it's got to be a name. I think we gotta do
Not
a
2
name.
names, not 2 positions. Give me a name of a player that you would like us to draft here. This is the 2025 Viewers' Choice NFL Draft. We will give you our input and our insight on these players as we come across their names, but you guys will decide how we repair this team and with whom.
Correct.
All right. Subi Guru says
Zabel.
Zabel. So we have one for Zabel.
Metz says
Snarf says Connerly.
Okay. I'm looking for
Alex over there eating them Welsh snacks.
Actually, well, it's actually sliced apples, but yes.
Been hanging out with whales. Okay, Raphael says Zabel.
Okay.
So we got 2 for Zabel, 1 for Connerly. Subi Guru says Zabel. Metz says Connerly. Raphael says Zabel. Subi Guru, I'm telling you, don't sleep on Zabel. Okay, well, I mean, it looks like Zabel's going to get the vote. So far, he is.
Ray Zabel. One guy I would
North Dakota
really
State
to interview at the Junior Bowl. It is what it is, though.
All right. We got about 30 more seconds of voting, and then we will make the pick. We got 2 for Zabel, 1 for Connerly right now. Miz will be joining us momentarily, and hopefully a few other guys. I know Drew is on another stream right now. Shout out to Coach Ed, who finally made it back home.
Yeah,
Glad you're feeling better. Hopefully he can tap in at some point. Mac and a few of the other guys. Get the band back together for this mock draft. A-Trax D Went, what's going on? All right now we have a question for you, A-Trax. Thank you for stopping by. If you had to pick right now, out of Gray Zabel, interior offensive lineman, number 34, North Dakota State, or offensive tackle Josh Connerly Jr. of the Mighty Ducks, Oregon, who would you draft, Zabel or Connerly Jr.? Subi Guru says, LOL, I knew I was spelling his name wrong. It's Zabel.
It's fine.
Well, nobody was going to call you out on it, brother. You just outed yourself. But ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. We all have some times with these names sometimes because not all of them are from an American standpoint. And you learn how to read here. So you're going to try to read it from an English standpoint. And a lot of them are foreign pronunciations. It's understandable. A-Track says Connerly. So we have 2-2.
2-2, yeah.
We have a tie. Link me up, Lou. Well, then you can't vote in the comment section.
Zabel has another vote from Steven.
All right. Stephen Bloom says Zabel with the tiebreaker. Shout out to Mr. Stephen Bloom. Thank you for stopping by, my brother. One of the original members of the Blitz Squad. Stephen Bloom has been watching my channel since I first started it. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Let me send Snarf the link real quick. Now, Snarf, we will not be talking over each other here. We are letting the viewers decide the draft. So just be mindful of that. We need to have a clear path of communication so we can hear as we read out the votes in the comment section. So, all right. So it looks like Zabel is the pick.
Gray Zabel it is. It's a right guard.
Salute, guys.
What's up?
What's going on?
Not much.
All right. With the 34th overall pick in the 2025 draft, the New York Giants select interior offensive lineman, North Dakota State, Gray Zabel. And we got a B+ for that. Look at that.
Oh, he was right at the 34th ranking. If you want to go back to all, because we're right now still on offensive tackle.
Alec Ayomanor.
I see one guy, and I'm just staring him down right now. But I'll let the chat decide.
Pause.
We do need another Y out if Slayton walks on free agency.
Ayomanor is a big body receiver.
But can he jump?
That I don't have the answer on.
Didn't he play basketball?
Let me actually hold on. Let's see.
I believe he played basketball.
Let me see. He played track. He was a track athlete. He's only a junior. He had 831 yards last year, followed by 1,013 the year prior. It's 6'2", 210. Let's see. Let me see if he has got a combine profile out.
He's actually short. He's not going to be that much of a use. He's basically going to be a Wandell clone, but shorter.
Wait, which guy are you talking about, Mets?
Amor, you mentioned he's only about 6'2" in height. It's basically going to be around Wandell's size.
Well, Wandell is actually my height, which is about 5'8", so I think he'd be a little taller. Plus Wandell's like, I want to say 180 tops. Ayomanor is about 210, so he's got a bigger build. Let's see. Yeah, so he
what's the site Lou is using for this?
It's NFL mock draft database. The guy I was looking at, and obviously I was about to curse again, and I'm not going to do that. There's a couple options. I really like Trey Amos. I don't think he should have fallen this far. Nice guy, got to interview him, but that doesn't matter. I think he's a first round pick late, kind of like Zabel is.
Okay.
Okay, so I got one vote from Steven. I guess that's on the
Steven Bloom agrees with you, Alex.
Yeah, the Trey Amos pick.
All right, so gentlemen, here we are at 65th overall pick. And we went Shedeur Sanders, quarterback, with the first pick, interior offensive lineman with the second pick in Gray Zabel. And now looking at best player available, you have ranked number 50, Alec Ayomanor, wide receiver out of Stanford, big body receiver. Then you have another interior offensive lineman out of Arizona, Jonah Savanea from Arizona. Then you have Trey Amos, the cornerback out of Mississippi. Landon Jackson, the edge rusher out of Arkansas. All four of those guys are standout players and can easily be explained for being picked there. Even Isaiah Bond, the other wide receiver out of Texas.
Yeah.
So you got five real good players, impact players right here that are all actually ranked higher than where you're picking.
Right. I'm gonna throw a curveball into the mix, right? Jason Pittock. And I don't think I'd want to pick a safety here. But Jason Pittock is a free agent, and the Giants will need to replace him.
They already started voting.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead, Steven. Steven Bloom says Amos. Hit that thumbs up. People show their support. Thank you, Miz. A-Track says the wide receiver. Which one?
Yeah, there's
A-Trax. You got to give me a name because there's Ayumanor right there from Stanford. Then you have the other wide receiver is Isaiah Bond from Texas, ranked number 58, and Ayumanor ranked number 50, and we're picking at 65. So which wide receiver? You guys have to give me a name. I'm sorry. Continue, Alex.
Yeah, no, I wasn't saying much of anything. I just said Watts is also. I mean, I'm a Notre Dame fan, but Watts was, Watts is a ball hawk. Giants were last in the league in interceptions last year, so he's a guy to consider. But Amos, talking about that ball hawk thing, he was really used well last year within the defense of Ole Miss. I mean, they really had a couple of nice guys on the defense, but he had 3 interceptions last year after not having one with Alabama, and then he spent the first 3 years with the Louisiana and the Sun Belt Conference. So, and he's also.
I will say this: you're drafting a rookie quarterback in Shedeur Sanders. You have a great wide receiver in Malik Neighbors. It would behoove you for the learning curve of your rookie quarterback to go and get a big body receiver to pair with Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
To try to make it a little bit easier for this rookie quarterback. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
I could be totally wrong, but if I want to help the development of my rookie quarterback and try to help him excel as fast as I can and give him the best option to get into a groove, get into a rhythm, and have the game slow down for him, I would try to give him the best assets available. And when you have a guy like Malik Neighbors, you go get a big body guy on the other side, and you can really make some noise, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
Agree. That's why I'd say go for Amor.
So here's a twist that's really going to go in your favor here. As I said, I like Trey Amos. Scouted him, obviously, Senior Bowl, all that stuff. But the thing is, though, when you're looking at logically, do you really want another rookie corner next to Deonte Banks? You probably want to say, you address that in free agency. So I wouldn't mind wide receiver here, but scroll down just a little bit, and I want to see who they have after Watts. Junkins, no, we don't need running back. Harrison, again, that kind of goes to the thing I just said. I'm not picking tight end here. Jaden Higgins, yeah. The rest of the guys, I mean, for real quickly before the chat makes up their mind, what's interior defensive line looking like?
Outside Dax, there really isn't much in the interior D line.
Ooh, okay.
Admittedly, I think Lou would agree on that, right?
I mean, I like Elijah Chapman. Again, he's an undrafted, had 1 year in the league. I'd like to see what he does this year before I pass judgment on him. Hopefully he could take a second-year leap and become a breakout player that I thought he could be. I like to see the undrafted guys come out and win.
Yeah. Even, it's funny. Steven mentions you could wait for Caldwell or Robinson in the next round. Robinson I like too, based off the little film I watched on him. Jordan Phillips was actually was asked a question today. He was excited at the question, which was, how would you feel playing next to Dexter Lawrence? So we could wait till 104 and just say we're taking D-line there. And also like the wide receiver 2 market in free agency. The main thing I looked at is kind of what we're looking at here with Ayumanor, and that's the wide receiver position. That's the wide receiver position. That's the big body wide receiver position. to me, I only look at two guys in free agency that could really fit that bill. Number one is Mike Williams from the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Chargers, and the Jets. And the other one being probably Mac Hollins from Buffalo, who hasn't had a ton of production. So, drafting Amenor may not be the worst thing in the world. Also, maybe Bond too. So, and again, it might be a luxury because, hey, it's second round wide receiver and all this stuff. But
You about to get this, Alex. I don't want no more damn Buffalo players over here. I don't want nothing from Buffalo over here no damn more. They can take Brian Dable back for all I damn care. Okay.
Flag.
But you guys let me know in the chat. Type in who you would like us to get here. 65 pick overall. You got big body wide receiver from Stanford, Alec Ayomanor. You have the interior offensive lineman from Arizona, Savanea. You have Trey Amos, cornerback from Mississippi, edge rusher and Landon Jackson, who I particularly like. I think he's a dog. Isaiah Bond and Xavier Watts. Give me a name. So far we have A-Track says Ayomanor. Stephen Bloom says Amos. Bob Bo says Amos or Jackson. You got to pick one, Mr. Bo.
yeah.
Again, this is the viewer's choice draft. You guys decide. We will give you our ideas and our insights, but we are only drafting based on what you guys type in the comment section.
That's correct.
You guys are going to draft in the 2025 draft class and see if we can repair this team tonight. Bob Bo says Amos.
Okay. So that's Amos.
A-Trax DeWint says Ayomanor, and Stephen Bloom says Amos. So that's 2 for Amos, 1 for Ayomanor. Miz, anybody else who is in the chat, type in what would you like us to do here? Because after this pick, we don't pick again till 104. So we got 3 picks in the top 100. I would like to kill it on this. Especially when 3 of them are in the top 65. We kind of messed up when we did the what was that? 5 and 7. We did Thibodeau and Neal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now it's showed up. But the last 2 picks we've had first round guys consistently fall. Well, not first. This is not first round. We've had guys from previous rounds fall to us.
Ojolari fell to 51, and what was the other one after that one?
I was talking this specific mock because you had Zabel and Connerly fall.
Rafuccio says Watts.
Yeah, that's okay. That's 1 for Watts. And then you have Amos technically. Okay, so Steven is sold on Ayomanor.
Okay, Stephen Bloom said you sold me on the Ayomanor. Okay, well, he was on Amos before, but I guess me saying when you have a rookie quarterback like Shador and you have a Malik Neighbors, you get him a big body wide receiver like a Ayomanor, hopefully Theo Johnson takes a step forward this year and we can actually make him go or something with this offense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you won't need a good offensive line. If you could buy him 2-3 seconds to find one of those guys, maybe we could make some hay. But we still got to have some defense to stop the other guys. So,
yeah.
We'll see. I always try to be positive and be optimistic going into the season. As you all know, I'm Mr. 11-6. For some reason, the shit hasn't happened, but I am still Mr. 11-6. So I try to go into every season as positive as I possibly can until they snatch my heart out and stomp on it and do a river dance on it. But until then, we will try to be optimistic.
It happened this year.
All right, so we have Stephen Bloom for Eumenor. A-Trax went for a Eumenor. Bob Bo says Amos. Chris D says our cornerback room is pathetic. Get Amos. Do you want another rookie alongside of Deontay Banks? Or would you rather go get a cornerback in free agency?
Yeah. You could always say we addressed something via free agency. I'll leave that part in there.
Same with me. Go free agency in the corner.
Byron
We
Murphy.
already got
Debo.
a second-year rookie in Tyler Nubin at safety. We got a second-year rookie. Well, no, this will be a third year for Deontay Banks, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be the third year coming into Deontay Banks. So I don't know if I want another rookie cornerback back there.
Yeah.
Go spend money and get me a real cornerback, a veteran that can help bring Deontay Banks up to speed, and then maybe we have something. But I think a Eumenor, that big body receiver, helps Shador Sanders and Malik Neighbors and Theo Johnson.
Right.
And then maybe you can get some Wandale Robinson in the slot creating magic because everybody's got to cover these big guys. So just my opinion, but you guys decide. It's your draft. Need bodies, both. Brian Murphy Jr.
And Byron Murphy Jr. Yeah.
All right, who are we drafting, folks? You guys got to give me a name. So far, we're Ayomanor is leading by 1.
Yeah, 2, and then Amos got Amos got 1, and then Watts got 1. So it's 4 votes.
And 2 for Ayomanor?
Yeah, 2 for Ayomanor, and then Chris D, whether he goes corner or wide receiver, we'll be able to tell.
Guys, also hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button, man. Don't be ninja watchers. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button for your boy. He said, realistically, they'd go D now.
Okay, so I guess he's voting for Amos, maybe.
Okay. I'm willing to concede.
I just don't see how another rookie cornerback would.
I mean, that doesn't always rule us out because, like, I know Lou's gonna hate me for this. You could probably sign somebody like Paulson Adebo. Sign somebody like Paulson Adebo who's probably going to make only 10, 11 mil. Banks is there. You give Trey Amos a little bit of wings. You know, you just, let him.
If you're going to go defense, why not get the edge rusher and Landon Jackson?
See, like, I would disagree. I see where your vision is there, but we're not. We haven't traded Kayvon yet.
I don't think Kayvon has any trade value. But all right, guys, let me know. Give me the name here. Who we drafting? You guys are drafting. I'm just clicking. So
yeah,
we got 2 for Ayomanor. Who on defense would you say, Chris D?
Yeah, because we did draft 2 offensive players in the row, but then again, our offense stinks.
Facts. Get no argument from me there at all.
What do you expect me to have a bozo from the Belichick learning tree? And I've stated this time and again, and I have a coworker from Boston who's even agreed with me with this over
from Boston.
He says edge your corner.
Who has said who agrees with me when I say the Belichick?
Chris D, you got to give me a name. We're drafting based off of the names you guys put in the chat, and then we vote who got more votes, and that's who we draft. This is the viewer's choice draft. You got to give me a name. You can't say either take edge or cornerback. Which one and which one? Which guy and which position? Or just tell me which guy. Just say the name.
Say the name, you fucking lighters.
Say what?
Just say, I'm telling those in the. Okay,
This is
Amos.
Amos. All right.
No, he says Amos. So we got Chris D says Amos.
Yes.
Bob Bo says Amos.
Bloom and Tracks say wide receiver.
Brian Murphy Jr.
Yeah, so it's 2-2-1.
Yeah, so we're still tied at 2. Wide receiver or Amos. We need a tiebreaker that isn't one of these guys that voted already. Unless one of them changed their mind.
All right.
Oh, crap. I didn't think it was going to take this long to get through the first 3 rounds.
Well, just imagine draft night. It's going to be fucking hella long.
All right. We'll give you guys 25 seconds. Bob Bo says take Amos. You already voted.
Yeah,
Bob?
He's just reassuring. So what do we do if it's if 30
We need a tiebreaker between Amos and the humanoid.
I always get the coin out.
Alex, you get the vote between
Me?
Amos and the humanoid.
Ooh. Man. I'm sorry. Oh my god, it's so tough. It's really tough. Give me the big body wide receiver.
Pause.
It's like number one, obviously in real life they would not draft 3 offensive players in a row. Maybe they would, I don't know. But then I just like, having Trey Amos and Deontay Banks, and I like Amos, but Banks needs to be coddled. I don't know. I Amos is very much the difference, very much the polar opposite of Deontay Banks. Personality. So yeah, my vote is for the big body wide receiver.
All right. Well,
We'll say Byron Murphy, you are a New York Giant in free agency.
Yeah, you start these damn knockers.
all right. A+ for a Yomanor.
And then this next one has to be defense. Bowen would walk out the door. I'll personally tell him bye. I mean, obviously, yeah, you have to pick defense by this point, but I'm not in a hunch to keep Shane Bowen.
He said Bowen would walk out the door. Oh, is that trade offer?
It was like
you
3
go to
round picks. A 4th and 2 6. Nah.
I already see a guy I like, and yes, he's on defense. But the problem is we need to go defensive line at some point. That's what I hate about this.
You like Swinson?
Nah, Makuba.
I can see that.
Matata.
What is he, a safety?
Yeah. Big ball hawk, too. He hits people friggin' hard, too. So pissed off he didn't go to the Senior Bowl. Yeah, Clemson came over to Texas, had 5 interceptions this year.
Flag?
Makuba.
All right, let's look at the defensive linemen. You got Jordan Phillips. You got Jamari Caldwell. You got Ty Robinson. JJ Pegas. Elijah Roberts. Edge rushers, you have Braden Swinson, Savion Jones, Ashton Gilote, Oluwafemi Oladejo.
O2, yeah.
Huh?
No, I was saying his nickname is O2.
Oh, okay. David Walker.
Yeah, it's more of edge.
We need edge rushers.
I mean, yeah, later.
All right.
I hate like,
Defensive lineman.
I mean, my personal thing is I hate pushing back D line. But my thing is like, how are we going to address safety? Are we going to quote unquote re-sign Pinnock? Are we going to sign Andre Cisco or Eric Murray in free agency? Like both veterans? Or are we going to say Makuba's? Because think of it this way, right? We didn't pick Amos, we picked Manor. So we're going to assume that Byron Murphy is one of those leaders in the secondary because the secondary had no leaders last year, and I sounded the alarm on that.
Yep.
So do you bring in a veteran safety to say, okay, that's our leader next to Tyler Nubin? Or do you say Makuba is going to be the pick here because we need interceptions?
So you don't like Denzel Burke?
Well, I mean, no, I'm not. At this point, I mean, Burke is falling from a couple of different rounds. So he wouldn't be a bad pick. I just like Makuba because, we need safety. We could say, because, like, if you look at the safety market, and I know Stephen Bloom does have a point. I haven't done much research on Andre Cisco other than statistical research. I hate the safety market. It stinks.
What about linebackers?
I would not consider a linebacker here. I would probably wait till a little later. So my thinking is either D-line
safety or cornerback?
I'd say D-line or safety.
Well, at D-line, you have Jordan Phillips, Ty Robinson, Caldwell.
Yeah, if we can't stop the run, we're screwed.
Which I'm sure one of them three guys will still be there in 30 picks.
Yeah. See what
Jordan Phillips, Ty Robinson, or Caldwell. Now, will Makuba still be there?
Probably not. No. And also, I mean, again, I definitely want to take a DT with sometime within the next two picks. But a guy I would go, two guys I'd go after in free agency, whether the Giants draft the DT or not. Jonathan Bullard from the Vikings. He was very good against the run statistically last year. And Sebastian Joseph Day from the Titans. He was a guy who was one of like PFF's highest graded run defenders. So you signed that guy for like $2-3 million. And you also get one of these guys too. So as I said, we got to take D-line within the next two picks. But I just like I'm biting my fingers at Makuba still being there.
All right, chat. Give us a name.
Yeah.
Would you like the safety, or would you like one of the top defensive linemen remaining in Jordan Phillips, Ty Robinson, or Caldwell here at 104? Would you like Caldwell, Robinson, Phillips? Would you like Andrew Makuba?
Yep. Well, there's also other options, but as I said, we're mainly considering safety.
Bob Bowe says Phillips from Maryland, the defensive lineman, had a good year.
Must have been off the.
Is that your pick?
Yeah, let us know. Because I'm looking at Jordan Phillips now. I mean, again, I still have to put on the tape for him. No sacks in his career. 3 tackles.
Good point, Chris D. He says defensive line because if Dex gets hurt, and there goes the defense.
Very good point. Good point. Good point.
So now the question is, which one of these guys would you like to see next to Dexter Lawrence?
Yep. So he says Jordan Phillips is his vote.
Phillips. Okay.
Yeah.
Bob Bowe says yes, sir. So he agrees with the Phillips. So that's 2 for Phillips.
Stephen Bloom says Phillips.
Stephen Bloom says Phillips. Looking like Phillips it is. Maryland.
Looking like Phillips.
Get this turf.
Phillips Magnavox, it is. He's a run stopper, says Bob. Oh, well, we definitely have had issues with stopping the run. So, all in favor, say aye.
Yeah, let's go.
The ayes have it.
Defensive lineman.
All right, Jordan Phillips, Maryland. We got an A for that. Let's go.
All right, so we got our defensive
Let's
lineman here.
go.
So obviously Makuba's not going to be there. So now we just either take BPA or what we see as depth. So I don't know that I'd take safety here because I think at this point we could just
No,
say
I was just seeing who was there. Definitely not trading with Dallas. Eat a whole bag of. Sorry.
Yeah. Power back, Devin Neal. I don't know. I kind of
Linebacker Chris Paul Jr., edge rusher Ashton Galote, safety Lathan Ransom,
not a fan of his.
Ollie Gordon II at running back.
The Giants
have 4 picks left.
Yeah, Giants need a friggin' power back. That's where I kind of like. I like Devin Neal. Well, Ollie Gordon wasn't too bad at the Senior Bowl. I mean, he was better in the game than he was at the practices. Harvey had a nice week too. My personal vote is for Devin Neal. Like at this point, you really can't go wrong. We just have to send Eric Gray to the gulag.
I have to send him somewhere.
I wouldn't mind putting his punk tail in the gulag.
Hey, how about O2?
O2's got some versatility. I'll tell you that right now. He plays linebacker and edge rusher. I don't know. Let me see. I think he started playing edge this year, and he had 4.5 sacks, and he had 2 sacks in the Senior Bowl game. So that's a possibility. But I also, if it was a wink defense, he'd know how to use them. This is a plain Shane Bowen defense. I don't think there's, a great amount of versatility that he will be.
UCLA edge rusher Oluwafemi Oladejo.
Yep, O2.
Ransom is good value here, says Stephen Bloom.
Yeah, I'm not usually. I mean, to be fair, I'm not a big Ransom guy, but up to the chat.
Chris Paul Jr. Still got Ty Robinson and Jamara Caldwell there.
I will say, I want to see what offensive tackle looks like. I don't think there's going to be a big selection. Okay, Cornelius is probably the only, I still wouldn't take him over Neal there's some decent names there, but I would go OT or not OT, running back. I'd go Devin Neal.
Not bad, guys.
You're good, Miz.
Well, at least vote. Who are we drafting here?
Yeah, we already picked D-line, wide receiver, interior line, and quarterback. I know Miz is a big power back guy. That's why I said Devin Neal.
Guess his wife was giving him a fit again during the Miz.
All right, guys, let me know who you would like to vote, who you would like us to draft here. Neal has a good season.
There you
Who
go.
I take first 3 rounds? Well, we got Shador Sanders at number 3. We got the interior offensive lineman Gray Zabel at the second pick. We got a big body wide receiver, Alec Ayomanor. And then we got a defensive lineman in Jordan Phillips out of Maryland. Those were our first 4 picks. I haven't looked at the backs enough to have a feel for Neil. And I'll be honest with you, Mr. Bloom, I haven't looked at the running backs neither.
Yeah. One of the first.
Got to have a line to block for these running backs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we got a good 5. Yeah. One of the first sentences I saw in the scouting report is running through. He can run through defenders. So, Skatibo is probably not there. He's probably gone in the first 2-3 rounds. The Arizona State guy. He said he's looking for a physical back. I mean, Devin Neal is that.
Running back Devin Neal out of Kansas. I still want to get the edge rusher, 02, but it is not for me to decide. It is for the chat. This is the viewer's choice draft.
Yep.
So, I'm a UCF alum, so I know RJ Harvey, LOL.
Yeah, I mean, Harvey's more of a speed runner, definitely. Looked good in the game at the Senior Bowl. I thought he went very underrated, but I think Neal is just a better fit because the Giants already have Tyron Tracy.
Stafford gonna be a Raider. Brady gave him good hot tub head at ski resort, Joe Shane, and window shopping. Well, already, Miss. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Can you tell us who you want us to draft here instead of all of that unnecessary information? All right, 20 seconds and then we're going to pick because I can't be here all night waiting for you guys to type who we're going to draft. E-Man Perry. I go with Neil as a playmaker. Says Stephen Bloom. Stephen Bloom votes for the running back. E-Man Perry, who should we draft here? Miz, who should we draft here? Miz says, I don't know. Jesus Christ.
Chris D. So the edge rusher Gillot, and then Miz says like a running back. So
Stephen Bloom says running back. Miz says running back. Chris D says Gillot, which is the edge rusher. I would take 02 before I take Gillot.
Running back is my pick, but we'll let the chat decide.
Miz says running back. Stephen Bloom says running back. That's 2 for running back in the chat. E-Man, what say you? All right, looks like running back it is because I'm tired.
Devin Neal. Not Evan Neal, Devin Neal.
Yeah, I know. Trust me.
Is Devin his brother?
We got another A. All right.
Not related.
Thank God.
E-Man says running back, so. Well, Chris D, we could address it in free agency. Say Byron Murphy, corner. The defense is not so far away.
Now, at 155, I would like to get 02, but this is you guys again. So You got the linebacker Munden Jr. You got defensive lineman Ty Robinson. You got edge rusher O2 Oluwafemi Oladejo. You got Caden Prather out of Maryland, wide receiver. We already got wide receivers were set there. Jamari Caldwell, another defensive lineman. Danny Stutzman, linebacker. Billy Bowman, safety.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I'm picking. I could do anyone. I mean, I could do Oladejo. I could do Mundone. I could do Robinson. I could do Caldwell because he's a big body that plugs gaps. So I'm really down for anyone at this point. Mundone, I believe, is more of a coverage linebacker. But I'll leave it up to the chat.
I got to get one draft in. I got to get one pick. I want the edge rusher, 0-2. Look, I waited till 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks before I took anybody. I'm going to take 0-2 here.
Stephen Bloom.
Edge rusher. Huh?
I'm saying Stephen Bloom says 0-2.
Oh, hey, there you go. Me and Steven too. Me and Steven on the same page. Look at that. A+.
Yeah. Backup edge.
We got defensive lineman Jordan Phillips. We got edge rusher Oluwafemi Oladejo. Let's see. The best damn draft I've seen in a minute.
I could also say, I could have said, I mean, obviously you had your sights set on Oladejo. I could say, well, we could have signed Josh Uche in free agency because he's a good backup edge to have. But we'll see.
Chris D says we got Dex and Burns. We're so far away you can't see me.
I don't think we're
Bloom
that.
says 0-2.
Much as I hate Bowen, I don't think we're that far off. Like, at least to be a solid defense. Okay. Oh, there's 3 guys I really like here. So, Kaiser, no depth in the linebacker room. I mean, Muasal's not great. Obviously, the name Howard Cross the third pops up because that's Howard Cross's son, and adds D-line depth. Jack Kaiser, one of the top guys at Notre Dame, and Willie Lampkin, who rose during Senior Bowl week, plays 3 interior positions. But the problem with him is he's undersized. He's like 5'11". Can't really be that size in the NFL. So, I mean, I'm down for Lampkin, Kaiser, Howard Cross. So, looks like we got 2 votes for Howard Cross already.
I mean, it'd be nice to have a legacy kid. I mean, another legacy kid. So I wouldn't mind Howard Cross.
Yeah.
Chris D says no cornerbacks, no proven safeties, no depth in the linebacker room.
Well, to be fair, we could also say, oh, yeah, let's blame Joe Shane, which we technically can do. Because he let McKinney walk
2
out.
for Cross, and Stephen Bloom says Lampkin's size scares me.
No, he's 270, which is like very much below the average of an offensive guard, and he's 5'11". But if you put on the tape, he makes up for it. But will he make up for it at the NFL level? Very questionable. 3 votes for Howard Cross. So I think it's Cross.
Cross it is.
Lyman.
B+.
Good.
We got 3 defensive players. We got 2 defensive linemen and an edge rusher. And then we got a running back, a wide receiver, and a cornerback. The quarterback.
Okay. I don't love Mannheim, being honest. I mean, he's there for his value, which is like a 6th or a 7th, but I don't love him. Hamilton is decent from what I hear. I know we just selected D-line, so that's kind of a moot point. What do we have? Scroll down a little bit. Let's see what we got. McWilliams, safety. I mean, that's basically like the Javarius Owens pick. Baron Sorrell, we already took edge, but he's a guy that really stands out. Yeah, we got Cross, which is a rotational guy, and we had Jordan Phillips, so our D line is done. But I will say though, Bartholomew, if you go back to tight end, not that we have to or whatever. Fun
This is
fact,
our last pick, right?
this is our last pick, yeah. Both of those guys, Bartholomew and Dipper, they both used to be in my neighborhood. Not my neighborhood, but they used to live 20, 30 minutes from me in Pennsylvania. But nonetheless, Bartholomew, a nasty blocking tight end. Absolutely nasty. So it depends what everybody wants here, but Bartholomew would probably replace Chris Mannertz, and maybe for the long run, Daniel Bellinger,
Muhammad.
Because for some reason they hate Daniel Bellinger. Don't know why.
I mean, you made good use of him in 22, and then you barely use him in the last 2 years because Gable's an idiot.
They gotta stop using him as primarily as a. I don't know, because there's one narrative that said he actually dropped off in his play, and there's the other narrative which I believe is like they're not using him properly, but I don't know. Yeah, so my pick. I mean, I don't know much about Lakey,
Right.
the dude, but
hey, defense wins championships. Ojolari be hurt. Thibodeau be hurt. Burns be hurt. I get another damn edge rusher from me. But that's just me.
yeah. I'm looking at let's see. Yeah, nothing there. What about I'm gonna be a pain in the ass in interior O line. Let's see who's there. Yeah, no. The only other name is I would say is probably Caleb Rogers, but he,
Well, we didn't get a corner.
Tight end. Yeah, I
we
mean
got the bruiser back, didn't we? Yeah, we got Neil.
the safety would not mean anything at this point. What about a linebacker? Let's see. Reed's the only name I know. And I believe he's more of a, let's see. Is he better in coverage or is he better? Let me look. Oh, Reed plays a lot of different. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, Chris D says Mannheim. I'm indifferent on Mannheim. For me, it's Kareem Reed because he played at a lot of different spots at Oklahoma, and he could play the box too, or it's tight end, blocking tight end.
All right, this is the last pick, folks, and then I'm going to bed. I'm exhausted. So, what do we got? NoHo Hank is an edge one. Brandon Harlem says no, Hank. All right. Well, nobody's voting. Alex, who you want? 'Cause I'm done.
Let me take linebacker, tight end.
Who?
I'm just saying, I'm big in them debating with myself. Give me the friggin' give me the tight end, Bartholomew. I know it's
All right.
260, but who gives a hoot at this point? You're at round 7. A, B, A plus.
A. B plus.
B and Bartholomew. That's not bad.
B.
All right, there you go. Shador Sanders, Gray Zabel, Alec Eyomanor, Jordan Phillips, Devin Neal, Oluwafemi Oladejo, Howard Cross III, and Gavin Bartholomew.
A pretty good draft.
Yeah, not bad at all, actually. Check out Muhammad later. First off, I want to say thank you guys for rocking with us so late. I know most of you guys got to work in the morning, as do I. So thank you guys very much. Thank you, Alex, for tapping in. Thank you, Mets, for stopping by. Everybody in the comment section, greatly appreciate you guys. And if you're tuning in and you haven't hit that subscribe button, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your life. It's free. Hit that subscribe button, man. It costs you nothing but a second of your time. Also, go check out Big Blue in the Bronx, man. They give you a lot of good baseball, football, basketball content, all of your New York sports needs and concerns. Make sure you go check out Snarf Mets 2128, bringing you all the live Japan wrestling, some of the local NXT and CW wrestling. So go check out Mets 2128. Show some love, man.
When the season kicks
But
off.
all of you guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up button, and we will see you guys Saturday night for Leather to the Face. Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach, DC versus Maryland. That should be a good one. But until then,
cover anyway.
I'm gonna get out of here because I'm exhausted. But I will see you guys. Alex, when you going live again?
Well, it's not gonna be for a couple of days, but I'm probably doing some sort of a giant stream at some point. So I'll give an update when.
Send me a link so I can tap in.
I've got the
Copy
elimination.
time, Mr. Stephen Bloom, and you doing the elimination chamber Saturday?
Yeah.
All right. Depending on what time it is, if it don't conflict with my boxing, I'll tap in with you.
It'll start at 7. I'll send you a link.
All right. You guys, until next time, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button. Go check out all of these great content creators. And until the next time, peace.
Ain't no chatting, no liking, just action. All my just front like they tapping. You already know. Popping. Ain't no stopping me now, steady rocking. Watch them hate on me now cause I'm locked in. Watch the hate on me now cause I'm popping. I ain't stopping.